Tuesday, December 26, 2023, with the live show, live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our best bets always are premium picks, but we can give out free picks on all the games today. Got NBA and college football in order today, and probably a lot of same crappy college football that we've seen, and probably some of the same NBA. Well, NFL Week 16 in the books. And the fraud that was Brock Purdy that you guys ripped me apart in the YouTube comments showed out exactly like we called it was going to play out. He is an ordinary quarterback on a good day and generally not going to beat himself, but isn't the type of quarterback that can go out and win a game for you against a good team. Just not that type of guy. Doesn't have that kind of skill set, and that's why he did not rate out that high. Either at the college or pro level. He does a nice job managing the game, but when the heat is on, put him up against some athletes, and he looks pretty ordinary. In the Niners, we saw them play, a perfect game against the Eagles, but that doesn't mean you're going to be perfect every single week. That means that's as good as you're going to be. And every single team is capable of a game like that. Every team in the NFL is capable of putting together a game like we saw what the Niners had against the Eagles, but doing it several times over, well, that's something different, and you just don't see it too often. Chris, Brock Purdy, eat shit or what? busting up some of those braggers with the MVP futures tickets. Was sick of hearing from those guys or what?
Yep. Well, that's you're not gonna have to hear about that anymore, I don't think. But yeah, no, it was definitely an eye-opener performance. Now you got to wonder if he could step it up in those big moments. We'll have to see if that ends up being the case when we get into these these playoff matchups. If Brock Purdy's going to crap the bed, or if he can actually bounce back from it and use it as a learning experience.
What about the defense getting undressed?
Yeah, that was another thing too. I mean, the defense that we all hyped up, or at least a lot of us hyped up, I should say, for how well they've been playing up to this point. And the Ravens, I admit that might have been more about the Ravens having a perfect game plan against him, though. So got to give the Ravens offense credit as well for that game.
They just drew it up and executed on him. I don't know, man. I don't believe there is an MVP. That's a meaningful thing in the NFL. And I know I'm the minority. I'm not a fantasy player. I'm not a red zone player. I don't care about the MVP award. I don't care about any of those things. I think, I care about winning championships, and, that's what it really comes down to for me. MVP awards are just subjective, and they're generally given to offensive players when, the key players are usually defensive players. And I think as good as Lamar was last night, I think that the Ravens defense, particularly, Queen had a monster game last night. I think a few of the other guys did as well. I mean, the Ravens defense just absolutely suffocated the Niners. Just suffocated them. And I thought it was pretty. I thought the funny part was that every time that these plays where we've seen Christian McCaffrey do these power moves, he got absolutely flattened. Just absolutely lit up. It was like a boxer. Like, we weren't sure he was going to get off the mat one more time. He was just hung out to dry by Purdy. How about the pass that Purdy threw it kind of over his shoulder backwards? And, there was a defensive guy running on a full dead sprint at McCaffrey. And, under normal circumstances, he would have decapitated him. But I think it was just part of the sportsmanship of the game to not do that to him in that spot. And I thought it was a good day for football all around, and everything that's right about football. We saw everything that was wrong about football. We also saw, but to see Travis Kelce just be an embarrassment to himself on the field once again, really just a pathetic season. He'll probably still be an all-pro or whatever, based upon whatever systems that they use. But this guy's been a shit stain all season. He's part of the problem why the Chiefs are terrible this year is because he hasn't come through. I think when you're going to be a guy that takes those kind of commercial deals and you become kind of bigger than the team and bigger than the game, and you take the eyes off of the team and you put them on you and your girlfriend, whoever the case may be, you know, Taylor Swift or not, yeah, you got to deliver, man. You got to deliver. He is not delivered, man.
Yeah, I hate to come on back and be Mr. Contrarian, but I disagree with everything you guys just said. Yes, Lamar and them looked great last night. Yes, Purdy had a terrible game. Was it all his fault? No. In the grand scheme of things, still number one in the power rankings, the San Francisco 49ers, number two, the Baltimore Ravens. It's my story. I'm
Dolphins going to light them up, man. Dolphins are going to crush the Ravens this week.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that's getting lost in all of this. The Ravens have been dominant against NFC opponents since Lamar's been in the league. So it doesn't surprise me at all that they went in there and busted them up. The thing is, the outlier in all this is the 49ers have already busted up the other two teams that are in the NFC. And then, and in all honesty, the way those two teams are playing right now, do-over right now, I got the Niners back in the Super Bowl. I think they are better than my Cowboys. I think they're better than the Eagles. And I think they're going to be right there in the NFC Championship game and see if they can overcome the hump. The Ravens, I still have the same concerns I have about them. Hell of a season. Shout out Lamar Jackson, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. People continue to doubt him, but the question remains, can he get it done in the postseason? This is a guy that hasn't even been to an AFC Championship game. So there are still questions remaining on his.
They're going to lose this week. I mean, they're going to lose this week.
They very well might. So, you know what I mean? I think the NFL, more so than any league in out there, is any given Sunday. And any given Sunday, you will get your ass kicked. We've seen every team this year at some point get their ass kicked. So I'm not going to overreact too much to it. Great game from the Ravens. Great game plan. Can you secure the number one seed and make people come and beat you in the bank? And
the Niners there's nothing the Niners can do to change their game plan that would make them competitive on that field. You can't say that about the Eagles game against the Niners. You could say that if the Eagles would have got off the field on third down in that Niners game, all the damage against the Eagles by the 49ers was done on third down. They got him into third and long over and over and over again and could not get off the field on third down. That I think you can fix. But what we saw last night cannot be fixed. They got crushed. They were outmanned just at every position. It was a domination, and it showed how thin the Niners really are at talent on the offensive side of the ball. You have Deebo Samuel, who needs space to operate, and he needs to be, in a speed mismatch. You see Christian McCaffrey, who's a nice back, but he's not, Barry Sanders or something. And then you have, Kittle, who's in that Travis Kelce discussion of the most overrated players in the league. And I think that's part of the problem.
And then that was the other thing. You're just trashing my guy Kelce. Yeah, it's not his best year.
He's a piece of shit. It's his fault. It's his fault, man. I think it's his fault. I say you point some fingers, you assign some blame. This guy has dropped key passes in key spots, and one of them was a fumble that cost his team a game outright, indisputably. And he has not delivered for a guy that has spent that much time doing TV commercials and spotlighting his girlfriend during the game, doing this stuff, signaling to this crap into the stands in the middle of a freaking game. Now, I can understand the after the game and signaling up, I love you, honey. But I think that during the game, it's about the game. And it's about your teammates, and it's about business. It's not about your girlfriend. And I think when it becomes about your girlfriend and pre-rehearsed, I love yous, that's when your head is no longer in the game and you're no longer acting in the good of the, here, let's say it, Chris. Say it with me. You can say it. Team. There's no Travis in team as far as I'm concerned.
That's a fair point.
Travis is like there's no I in team, but there is ME.
Yep.
Stupid. The hell are you talking about?
I just wanted to say that.
It's EM. EAM.
Shout out Travis Kelce, man. You know,
Would suck.
Can I also shout out another white guy, true and dear to my heart?
Luka, 50 points.
Oh my God, I love him so much. Oh man, he is just. Oh, man. Shout out my guy Luka.
To me, it's like it comes down to the NFL, and you're right. It's any given Sunday, and it also a lot of it comes down to the officiating. And we saw the officials, for the most part in yesterday's games, keep their flags in their pocket. We saw some bad calls. I mean, there was some bad calls in that Niners-Ravens game early. Some bad calls that went against the Ravens that extended Niner drives and stuff. The Niners just were unable to take advantage of it, man. They had no answers.
I agree with you, and I say that the Niners are the favorites, but there's the reason why I still have hope that my Cowboys can. And
I think the Cowboys can beat the Niners. I think the Niners. I think yesterday showed every vulnerability that they had, and it showed how important not having Diggs in the lineup for the Cowboys against the Niners, how big that is, because the Ravens have a guy that's injured all the freaking time. And he played in the game yesterday, and he came up with a couple big plays, because the thing is, when that ball hits the shoulder pad of the player and it goes straight up in the air, it's a big difference if somebody can get under there and grab it and if it hits the turf. It is a massive difference. And we saw Marlon Humphrey make that center fielder catch, and it swung the whole freaking game. If that ball just hits the turf and the Niners punt, well, then you got a punter that's cheap shotting punt returners out of bounds. But instead, you got a guy who makes a play, and then the Ravens just carve him up like a knife through butter. I mean, Gus Edwards looking like he's Barry Sanders out there. I mean, the Gus Edwards is known for having Ruffolo type footwork. I mean, he's not really known for dancing around in the secondary like that.
That's a compliment to him. Okay, I don't know why you're trying to treat that as an insult.
Next, you'll nominate him for your fantasy shot put team.
I'm just glad Costy's not here today. That's all.
You ever seen Gus Edwards' shoulders or whatever his name is?
Costy's on the golf course.
This would be a 3-hour show if Costy was here today.
Oh, Costy's on the golf course. I've already told him what he is. He's a fanboy, and he knows it. He's an NFL sucker fan.
Shut out, Costy, man.
He knows it. Lamar's going to win the MVP. And what does that do for you? What does that do for you, man? Nothing. Anyways, I was rewatching the Weekend show, and I love the roundtable format, but I think we're going to have to change a few things on that show, too.
You're going to have to tweak it a little bit.
I think it needs some tweaks, man. I'm going to come up with some executive decisions here on this. I think Eric Pathy is great on the show. I love what he has to say, and I understand what he's doing with the staring at the screen thing and reading off things. But I think we need to give him his own segment where he kind of just does his screen thing, and we kind of show graphics as to what he's talking about, as opposed to him just saying under, because then it's Ruffolo, Then it's Ruffolo. We already have someone that does that, and it's Ruffolo. I think we highlight Eric's strong point, instead of, because Eric's hasn't been with us all that long, so he doesn't really realize that. Even though he's explained what he's doing, the people that are watching 4 games in are not the same people that were watching when he made that explanation. So we'll do some graphics. We'll fine-tune up the reading the board with Pathy's path to reading the board. Come up with something like that. The Pathy path of board reading. I'm bored reading the board. Come up with something. Eric sent me the be nice text. He knew where I was going into it. Because I already told him this morning. I rewatched your segment and I found it very boring. But But I think also the show, it's a little longer than what we want it to be. I like covering all the ground, but it's like there has to be a medium in there, right? Like where we're not on for 3 hours. 3 hours is a little excessive. Unless we're going to do a 3-hour show. I think maybe we do, like the other style where everyone comes on and does a segment, and then also do a roundtable show. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what to do. Maybe do it by sport. I'm not sure. 3 hours is a long time. A lot of together time.
How many people were on there? We had a lot of people too, though.
Oh no, we had like 1,000 people watching, 1,200.
I'm saying that was on the show.
Oh yeah, yeah, and one of them was Rod, so that makes it extra long.
So it was a full house too.
Happy Lamar Day. The disrespect this guy gets. By who? By who? Who is disrespecting Lamar? I love this one. I love this argument. Who is disrespecting him? It's maybe in your mind. It's like the Nacho Libre syndrome. I wrote it in my mind in the wilderness. It's like it's because nobody disrespects this guy. If anything, when he was drafted, he was the guy that we loved. At Louisville, when he won the Heisman, we were the guys that backed him. Like, if anything, it's a bunch of bandwagon jumpers in Baltimore that are just destroying this guy's actual reputation and his ability. I thought that the disrespect Lamar gets. Well, I'm missing the disrespect. I mean, from what I see, he's the leading candidate for the MVP award, right? Minus whatever. How is the disrespectful one? He should be minus 2,300. He's only minus 1,900. So, I mean, where is the disrespect? I'm missing it. Sick of everybody. Chris, what'd you have for dinner last night?
It was Chinese food night last night.
How was it?
Our Christmas tradition, we go out, we get Chinese food. It was good. It was can't complain. Put me in an early evening nap. No,
I'll tell you what put me in the nap was watching the Eagles Giants. That was gruesome.
Who needs a sleeping pill when you have that?
It's just not fair to put the Giants in these island games.
Was it their 5th one this season?
They wasn't that bad yesterday. They weren't that bad yesterday.
I wouldn't know. I fell asleep.
I actually watched that game. The ending to that game, the fourth quarter was fun. It was.
Sure, there was some bullshit penalties.
Got Tyrod Taylor in there. He started making some plays happen. They really got cheated. The dirty tricks committee, boy. I mean, I know we talking NFL, but like I felt like they popped out in Philly yesterday. Oh my God! Like the calls them Eagles just get in Philadelphia, man.
You don't have to tell me, man.
Man, we've seen it all year.
All year.
That's why, man, home field advantage this year in the NFC is going to be dramatic. But none of them won it. Everybody keep losing. Philly won yesterday, but
did anyone annoy you particularly a lot on Facebook? I saw someone of Jay's relatives there has got engaged.
My little sister.
Wasn't Jay.
My little sister. Yeah.
See, I'm watching the Facebook. Christmas is like one of my Facebook days. A lot of people find it annoying. I kind of like that one. Well, congratulations to your little sister. Hopefully her boyfriend's a fan of the show. Tell him to congratulations and be sure to smash that like button.
Can you imagine you write that in the greeting card?
And be sure to smash the like. I am the guy who goes to the wedding and just uses my box of cards that I had lying around. So it could be any occasion. The card you get.
They're opening the wedding cards and you get one that says sorry for your loss.
It said, like when I was single, I had the box of cards, like in a pinch, that you used in a pinch, for these sort of thing, weddings. It's like you use the weddings ones up, it's like the first one or two. It's only like 2 in a box, right? So now you got 18 other cards. It's like, congratulations in your life of leisure. Wishing you a happy retirement. It's like, whatever. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, I hope that too, April. I hope that the wedding won't be like the Final Four, like my family's decided to do.
Yeah, what is that? No, it's Elite Eight.
No, it's the first round or second round.
I got news for you. That marriage ain't gonna last. You leave the envelope unglued, Chris, and think about it. Think about it. I'll be ready for my coffee crisps.
Don't worry what happened.
I got your hoodies. Mailing them all out today. I don't know if I'm mailing the Canadian ones. I'll probably just give you yours in March when I see you. Trying to limit the mailing costs this year.
Yeah.
It's like, man, those things they're actually not that heavy, but anyways. Disrespect. Disrespecting. Year in, year out, man. Plus 6.5 is a disrespectful line, man. Bro, get to the pigs. I love it when people call me bro. Pro Sam Darnold and Baker got picked before him. Well, we didn't pick. So, Jared Goff and Mitch Trubisky went 1-2, and Carson Wentz. That wasn't my fault either. And Trey Lance went 4. Not my fault either. In fact, I took the bullet on that one. I got the death threat for criticizing the pick. I love it that people get so emotional. I try and explain this to people in my group. Like, what do you guys do when you get death threats? Like, what are you talking about, man? It's like, we're talking about making cheesecake. It's like, there's some cheesecake motherfuckers out there that will just rip your head out, man.
You said 30 minutes on the cheesecake and they
it's like, fucking, you think you know everything, man. It's like you stand behind some guy sent me some like long freaking email today. It was like you haven't watched a video of mine in like 19 years or something. It's like, that's how I always take totals if I have a premium pick on the side or something. It's like, what are you talking about, man? It's like, you're 5'2" and I find your ass. You're just always dodging people behind this. It's like, I fully announce when I'm going to Vegas and like every single time. I even say where I'm staying and where I'll be watching the games. I don't hide from nobody, man, especially not some YouTube trolls. Can't even say their names. It's like, that's for damn sure, man. It's like, I'm not the one using the fake name, That's for damn sure.
And it all be because they put in an 8-leg parlay and lost by a single leg.
I'm unsubscribing to your ass. It's like, my bank doesn't take subscribers. There's no more meaningless statistic.
And it wasn't even a premium pick. It was a free play.
But there's no more meaningless statistic in all of, the internet than YouTube subscribers. I mean, it is of all the YouTube numbers and everything, it is the most meaningless one. I mean, I'm unsubscribing. Like that penalizes me or something. It's like, I already got my button, buddy. It's like, I'm getting the next one, and there'll be plenty other people subscribing. But we love our subscribers, but we don't make money off our subscribers. We certainly don't there's nothing we gain off of having a subscriber. There's no benefit to it, to us. No extra benefit that unsubscribing is really punishing us the way you hope to. It's like, I'm not sure. Let's call Eric Pathy and see what the hell he's doing. All right. Anything else you got to complain about, Chris? When's hockey start again?
Tomorrow's the first day back.
NBA has 60 games over the next 8 days.
Nice. That means 60 games of jam session.
Fuck. No, I'm playing. I love it.
I got censored on my 7 free picks yesterday. I don't even know what that. I mean, how is that even possible? That's not easy to do, man.
Only you.
Like, how in the hell did I get censored on my 7 free picks?
I don't know. It was something that you said.
What, it takes me about 5 minutes?
Yeah, maybe.
Clearly took him 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I watched the John Gotti story on Netflix again for no reason. I've seen it. I've seen the same story 100 times, just in different videos. All right, I'm downloading these graphics. How about an NHL pick, an AHL pick today?
Okay.
All right, got my graphics. All right, got it. Now, NBA. Finally going to get to the picks. It is the Pistons against the Nets. Chris, what do you think?
Well, it's not December 30th yet, so I don't think the Pistons win is going to come yet. So give me the Nets here. I've given up on trying to figure out when the Pistons are going to actually going to compete and be able to keep a game close. Like I said, December 30th against the Toronto Raptors, that win streak, the losing streak is going to end. But for right now, I'm going to take the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to lay the points. They're still just a much better team.
I don't love this game, but it's the Nets for me as well. The reason I don't love it is like Nets laying points on the road. That's not really their type spot. The Pistons, for as bad as they are, they're not terrible against the numbers. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it close and covered. We know they're not winning. So it's Nets or nothing for me here, though. The Nets are the better team. The Pistons are the get right spot of all get right spots. I think they come in here and 9 times out of 10 blow the doors off of Detroit.
I'm going to take the Nets. I just don't. I don't see the Pistons breaking the streak here. It's we want to be there when it happens, but is it going to happen? I think that's really part of the problem. And I don't think it does. Just looks like a freaking disaster. Let's see. Up next. Jay, we got the Wizards up against the Magic.
Yeah, this game's kind of similar to this last one where it's like I lean towards the Magic. They're definitely the better team playing the better basketball. The Wizards are straight ass, but they're not terrible against the number. We typically like Orlando better at home. Here's the thing. Brooklyn and Orlando are two of our favorite money-making teams. We made a lot of money on both of them thus far this season. But we're in the second part of the season. We're out of part one. And the books have adjusted. They're not giving us Orlando and Brooklyn at the soft number anymore. We're laying a premium price with both of these teams, and we're on the road. I know they're playing bad teams, but is it the sexiest spot? I don't know. I lean in that direction, but would I be surprised if they won here by like 5, 6 points? I wouldn't be surprised at all. But they're the better team. I'm not betting the Wizards in this spot either, so it's the Magic for me.
I'm taking the Magic too.
We've lost some of that value on these two teams is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And we're going to get bit in the ass in some spots, and I'm just trying to minimize that. Does that make sense, or am I overthinking it? What you guys think?
No, I think you're bound to lose value over time.
On the Magic? Yeah, I mean, for sure. And I don't think they've been playing as well recently as they have in the past. I mean, they're just 4-6 straight up in their last 10 and 4-6 against the number. And I think, the Wizards 5-23, but they're 6-3-1 against the number in their last 10. So it's a little tougher to take the Magic here. But I think a young team, without as much depth needs the rest. And I think that should help the Magic here. I don't know. It's probably a sucker bet.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over here. Seen 2 meetings between these two teams this season at 255 and 259 points in the 2 meetings. And I'll talk about how the Wizards just don't play a lick of defense, especially at home. It's where they've been much less effective this season. And even in the wins, the Magic still gave up 120 and 125 points to these Wizards. So give me the over, Magic and Wizards.
Over?
Over.
Shoot your eye out. Got the Hawks against the Bulls.
Your Chicago Bulls.
I'm taking the Bulls, and I've been on them plenty. I think these are two teams that have very similar problems, and they should trade with one another, man, and decide. Because I think between the two of them, they have one good team. I do. I think that between the two of them, they have one good team. Vucevic, DeRozan, Trae Young, Murray.
Should combine the Atlanta Chicago Hawks.
I'm telling you, between the two of them, they have one good team. Between the two of them. Now, on their own,
Kobe White.
Yeah, on their own, you got the
Kobe
Bulls
White,
and the Hawks.
Trae Young.
Yeah. Trae Young, did you see the stat? He's exactly 500 in his career.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's the reason I call them the 50-50 Hawks. That's what they are. That's always what they are. They're 50-50.
This is what the Hawks do. They rank around 28th in defense. They fire their coach. It moves up to about 12 to 14. They make the playoffs, and then 2 years later, they're back in the exact same boat. With Clint Capella 2 years older. He's part of the problem. You could put Zach with Capella on the loser of that trade. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, between these two teams, you have one good team. Join them up. The Bucks. The Holes.
The Hulks. Change their jerseys green, make them the Hulks.
Disrespect Zach like that. Cam Johnson over 2.5 threes plus money. I think I'm gonna start doing props like Mills does. I think I'm gonna do a prop video too. I used to do it. 7 props in under 7 minutes. Remember?
Yeah.
I think I can do it. Maybe I'll get back on the props. Hop on prop. Maybe I'll just steal Lindy's props and just give out those. I'll call them Mindy's. I'll go as Mindy.
No worries. Just no, don't do that. You actually want to win those bets.
Well, I could do the opposite of his.
There you go. That could work.
Where do you think Zach LaVine ends up, Chris?
I honestly have no idea.
I think he's going to the Seattle Raptors. Got
that wouldn't surprise me.
You're Chicago.
You're Seattle Raptors. How about if the NBA like just goes to like how soccer does it, where they just stop naming the teams like actual nicknames and just have it this real sponsor's name? You know, the Starbucks. And then they have to change the names.
Seattle getting the team, so
I think the Hawks should change their logo, man. They've done it before.
The old logo was clean.
Old logo?
It's kind of the same thing. Old logo.
New logo. Here, it's like, we'll just use this as a placeholder. No, I like it.
Nah, yeah, they had the old hot with the wings out.
Why you dissing Lindy? Because he's a fraud. He's a fake, and he's a scam. That's why. Because all he is just some sham that's put out there to try and get you to sign up for sports books. It's his primary purpose in life. Because he's a yes man. And then he thinks he's above us because he blocks us on social media. Me and Jay blocked our ass. That makes everything that he does, as far as stealing our ideas, transitions, anything else that we do, and even using our name in his tags on his videos on YouTube, that makes everything okay because he's blocked us. He's taking the high road. It's like, we're going to show him what the high road is. Believe me, my 2024 goal, we're going to show that guy exactly what taking the high road means. Gonna not very much like it. I guess he'll end up quitting that shitty channel that he's on. Fucking going back under his rock. Wherever he fucking came from. I just don't like people who steal our stuff, man. It's like, and then act like they've done nothing wrong.
Oh, Mitch is hilarious. Like top tier comedy.
Well, the thing is, it's like, this stuff that we do, it might come across like it's off the cuff or whatever, but a lot of this stuff is planned and laid out and work stuff that we've done over years. And these guys just come in and steal our ideas, man. You don't see me going on over to their channel and stealing their crap, right? I could have a guy that looks like he's sucking cock in my thumbnail. I mean, that's what they have in their pictures. They're like, the guy, seriously, his thumbnail is this. The one guy over there. I mean, do you want me to draw a dick in your mouth? Is that why you have that there? It's like, because that's what you set up for. I mean, I'm not making this up. I mean, am I making this up? I mean, is that not what it looks like? I mean, seriously. Well, who in the hell would put a picture of themselves out on the internet like this? It's like you're asking to have it, you know? Or this, you know, smell my finger. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? It's like, what the fuck? I'm gonna show the picture of this guy. So you guys can see that I'm not making this shit up. I'm going to show you guys. This is the truth.
No, this was not on my bingo card today.
No. For the record, I'm taking the Bulls too. Jay, did you give anything out on that game?
I took the Bulls.
Did you? Okay. I'm taking the Bulls too.
You guys tell me. All right, you know me, okay? You know what I do. Would you ever put a picture of yourself like this out on the internet? I mean, seriously, what am I supposed to draw in there?
You know what you do? You take the finger and then you turn it down.
I mean, seriously.
Oh my!
I mean, come on. Everyone knows I'm a 2-year-old. It's like, come on. I only have so much self-control.
Hey man, say, I get it.
I mean, come on. I mean, I'm far from perfect, but I'm just setting everybody up with posting something like that. I mean, people find shit on me all the time and post it and say all kinds of shit about me, and you know, I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna do whatever. But it's like I don't put a picture of my mouth out there wide open like I'm want someone to draw, you know, something in there. I mean, they're all, every one of their pictures, either it's a guy pointing a finger, like pull my finger, or smell my finger, or, you know, there's that one. I mean, this guy, it's like every picture he takes. So, I mean, he really is begging for it.
Oh man.
There, that's better. I mean, seriously. I think this guy likes us. I think he wants you to come over for lunch, Ruffolo.
Not hungry, thanks. Suddenly, for the first time in maybe a few years, I've lost my appetite.
I think he wants you to come over for lunch.
I'm good, thank you. Appreciate the invite, but no thanks. No, thank you.
I'm begging.
I've seen enough.
Jeez, look, I've checked out.
It's like I call this one blow me. Jay, we subtitled that segment called it blow me. Anyways, Pacers and the Rockets. Back to business. Believe me, we could do this shit all day with these guys. I mean, literally hundreds of them like this. They're all like this. Pull my finger. Smell my finger. Yes, doctor. What can I help you with? It's just,
You crack me up, man.
it's like, funny. I mean, that's the last picture I would post of myself out there. I'm sure they'll find some pictures of me out there. I'm sure there's some great ones. But at least I'm not like offering it up, man.
A parlay not that good. You're not that surprised.
Oops.
All right.
Oh.
Real ones know what just happened. The real ones know.
Jay got Chick-fil-A delivered. He's got his sandwich going.
The real ones know. Rockets, Pacers. This game makes me nervous, guys. It does.
Let's do imitation pictures of everybody else's
Oh God. This game's
How about the one where Lindy looks like Wee Man from Adam Sandler?
Oh,
Man.
Oh man.
saying, oh man, because the topic, or oh man, she just bit into the sandwich. It was much needed.
Both.
I like the Pacers in this one, man. They've owned the Rockets, and I think that they continue on here. I'm taking them on the money line. I like what the Rockets have done this season, and I think they've played, pretty well. But I think recently, the Rockets have not been as good. Their defense is still there. The offense is still there. But I just think the Pacers, today's their day. And they own the Rockets, man. They just own them. So until further notice, I'm on the Pacers.
I'm taking the Rockets. They own them, but they own them when the Rockets were a completely different team. This Pacers team is that can't play like a defense.
They got one guy like this. Face only your mother could love.
Yeah, I got to stick with the Rockets here, especially with them at home. Best home cover team in the NBA against the Pacers team that's the worst defensive team on the road in the NBA. Sign me up. Give me the Rockets here.
Everybody knows the Pacers have been anointed as one of my teams this year. I love these boys, but I'm with Roof. I'm on the Rockets today. Rockets go stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib. I hate to keep just giving this to anybody and each and anybody, but when you earn it, you earn it, and they've earned it. The Houston Rockets right now, like Ruffolo said, are the best home ATS team. 11-2-1 are Houston at home in Houston. 84.6% of the time they have covered at the crib. And Ruffolo also said something else that I really agree with. The Rockets play really good defense. That's their staple with Ime Udoka as their head coach. And I love the Pacers offensively, but I just got the feeling the Pacers could shoot themselves out of this game tonight. Short number with Houston. I'm going to take them here at the crib. Gotta fade the Halliburtons.
I'm on the Halliburtons all day. I think they have a really good streak going, don't they, Chris?
Yeah, they won 7 straight against him, but a lot of that came before. They haven't met yet this season. Different Rockets team.
Yeah.
Different Pacers team.
True, but I would say the difference for the Rockets is a lot more than what the difference than what the Pacers had. The Pacers had this team last year. The Rockets didn't have Fred VanVleet last year. They didn't have Dylan Brooks last year.
They didn't have Ime Udoka last year.
You'll shoot your eye out. Got the
not with for the topic as a topic of conversation for the last 15 minutes. I don't want to talk about shooting my eye out. Okay, please. Leave it for the rest of them.
Firing our thumbnail designer.
I thought my thumbnail yesterday and today was pretty fire.
With the hat?
Yeah, shout out my graphic designer, a.k.a. me.
Jay Briggs.
I just be playing around with it. Grizzlies, Pelicans. Here we go. In New Orleans with it.
Rematch.
They played a couple days ago. That was the game Jock came back.
Yep. The buzzer beater, the 30-point blown lead, the whole thing.
Yep. Sticking with the Grizzlies. Until they lose with Ja Morant back, I can't fade them. I just can't. I hate taking the Grizzlies on the road too. So that's how you know I'm believing in the aura. I'm believing in the momentum. I'm huge on momentum. I'm believing in all that, man. I've taken the Pelicans at home plenty of times this season. I took them a lot at the crib earlier this season, but they've lost back-to-back home games. I lucky think they make it 3. I'm on the Grizzlies.
I'm taking the Pelicans. I think they get the revenge here. I think the world is going to jump on the Grizz as well after the win last time. Pelicans haven't been at their best. The Grizzlies, they've been, obviously a lot better with Ja Morant, but they're still a 9-19 team at the end of the day. I'm going to take the Pelicans at home. Go stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib, like I always say.
I'm going to take the Grizzlies as well.
I don't think Jay's balding. I'm bald. I used to not be bald when I started doing this stuff. I don't think Jay's balding. No, this is balding.
Jay and I do the same thing. We bald by choice. Like we get the cut. We don't. We take advantage of the fact that we can still cut the hair before we actually lose the hair. Get rid of it by choice before the choice is taken from us. I'm going to take the Grizzlies here too. This team actually now looks like they believe that they can dig themselves out of the hole they've dug themselves into. They look revitalized. They look renewed with Morant in the lineup. I wasn't a believer early on, but I'll say I think I am now. And they just took like Jay and Mitch said, they just took a matchup from the Pelicans in New Orleans a few days ago. So, not saying they win it outright here again, but they are 3-0 straight up since the Grizzlies are since Morant returned. So, give me the points, the Grizzlies here.
Just shoot your eye out.
Stop it.
I love that bit. Got a good one. Thunder versus Timberwolves. Timberwolves on the road here. 2.5-point dogs. Despite the 22-6 record, 10-5 on the road.
Best record in the NBA.
7-8 though against the number on the road. Yet underdogs here against the Thunder Buddies.
Underdogs to the Thunder Buddies.
Sean Morrow likes you better looking without the hat. So if Jay's taken, Sean. Sorry. He's got a girlfriend. So but we could change his YouTube thumbnail poses if it means anything to you. We've got a few ideas we can steal from some of our friends. I don't know what those ideas would be.
Mitch, you need the keys? Do you need the keys?
The keys?
Yep.
Doesn't get it, Jay.
I know he doesn't. The keys to the mansion of disappointment. Do you need
I'm taking the Thunder.
By By the way, we've actually kind of switched out from the keys. We're installing a passcode on the door now. So
Okay, nice little upgrade. They deserve the upgrade.
yeah, the key will still pop out if need be, but
Gotcha.
we've upgraded. Too many people are breaking in and sleeping there.
Yeah, see. You putting in the passcode today? You might have been the owner, low key. You've been a firm resident there. You signed you checked in tonight or what?
I'm renting my room for the night.
What?
I'm taking the Thunder at home here. Gotta remember, of the 6 losses that Minnesota's taken this season, 5 of them have come on the road. The Thunder 10-5 at home this season. The Thunder just took Minnesota down to the wire in Minnesota not that long ago, where Minnesota's played their best basketball. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Oklahoma City's time has arrived. They're here. It's time for the pain and suffering in Oklahoma City to end. It's now, guns blazing, and the Thunder could be out. Excuse me, the Timberwolves could be without Cat for this game too. So, I think it's a statement win for the Thunder. Taking the Thunder on the money line, might lay the points too, but Thunder money line for me here.
I'm laying it. Sign me up. There's a reason why there's the best record team in the NBA is a dog on the road in Oklahoma City. It's because the Thunder Buddies are one of the best teams in the NBA. Flat out, simple. It's not even that hard. I don't know why that's so hard for people to comprehend. The Thunder are one of the best teams in the NBA. They got a top 5 player in the NBA. They're still valued in most people's minds like a middle of the pack team, and they're not that. And that's the reason why they're one of the best teams in the NBA, and they're also the best ATS team in the NBA. There's a reason why the Thunder are my favorite money-making team. Hey, man, sign me up, man. They finna smack up the T-Wolves today. 18-8-1 against the number this season are the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 1 in the NBA. At home, they're 10-5 against the number, covered in 66.7% of their games. I'm not worried here at all. They go ahead and get it done. Fading the T-Wolves on the road. Like Mitch said, what are they, 7-8 against the number on the road? The T-Wolves have low-key gone stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib. On the road, I can't trust them, won't trust them. Shea gets busy on Ant tonight. Thunder Buddies for life. It's just crazy. We all 3 of us, we just been on the Thunder, like just riding them. Just last 2 seasons, just cash.
You find a good thing that works, and you just go with it till it falls apart.
Chris, can I ask you a serious question? Do you think I'm making a lot of friends today?
Who cares about making them? You've got 2 here. All you need are 1 or 2 good friends.
That's all I need.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I need. That and this mug and my yes button.
Give me a one, give me a E, give me a
My no button.
No. N-O.
Hey,
No.
chat, I'm interested to know who you guys like in the chat. Who's a better player right now today?
No.
Anthony Edwards or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? What do you guys think?
That's
Who
a
do you
tough
want
one.
right now today?
That's a tough one.
It's really tough. That's why I asked it.
I'm not playing that game.
Nah, you got to play. I need an answer.
I'm not playing.
I'll go Shea.
I'm gonna go Shea too.
I think Shea's more versatile. I think Edwards is a good. I think Edwards is a good score. Is a top scorer. Like he's a good scorer, but I think Shea is a good scorer that can do it all. Utility knife.
You don't know anything.
Yeah, well.
I'm just here to fade your ass.
I know the layout of the Chinese buffet like the back of my hand. So.
What was the big winner for the Chinese food yesterday? Spare ribs?
No.
Egg
Place
rolls?
I go to has teriyaki meatballs.
Teriyaki meatballs. Nice.
I see a lot of shades. I see some ants in there too, though.
It's a tough one.
It is tough.
Tough call. I'll go with LeBron.
I'll go.
LeBron, Curry. See Curry throwing in those threes. Anyways, I'm taking the Jazz against the Spurs. I just fade the Spurs automatically almost every single game, sight unseen. I don't care who they're playing. I would take the Pistons over the Spurs. Who's a better center, Chet Holmgren or Rudy Gobert?
I'm going to take the over here. Zero defense being played in this thing. Let's lean towards the Jazz, but I think the over the stronger play for me in this one.
Spurs for me.
What? Shoot your eye out.
Low key money line.
Shoot your eye out.
The Jazz, bro. It's just simple. I just fade them on the road all season, and I'm gonna be very profitable. For as bad as the Spurs are, the Jazz are the worst road ATS team in the NBA. They are. They're worse than the Celtics percentage-wise. 5-11-1 against the number, have only covered in 31.3% of their road games. So they've played, 16 road games this season? 12 of those, they were beaten by 15 plus, something like that. Like, they're ass on the road. They shouldn't be favored over anybody on the road. If this game was in Detroit, they played, that's the reason why I took Detroit the other day. The Jazz should not be favored over anybody on the road, bro. I can't do it. I'm not laying points with Utah on the road. It don't even make sense. With Wemby or without Wemby. Low-key, if Wemby don't play, we might get some value on the Spurs. Because like Mitch said, they are overvalued because of him. That's really why I don't bet them a lot. But I'm probably going to bet them tonight. We cannot take the Jazz as a road favorite. It don't even sound right. Taking the Spurs.
Jazz all day. Clarkson over points.
They trying to trade him. Did you see that? I saw that report come out.
To the Bulls for Levine. To the Hawks for Capella.
I also seen the Lakers got some interest in DeJounte Murray.
Yeah. See? That's what I said. You got to trade him.
I don't know what's going to happen with Levine. It seemed like don't nobody want him.
Maybe he's going to go to the Mavericks.
No, hell no.
I think
Please.
so.
We got a not a better version of him, but a better version for our team than him. In Tim Hardaway.
Oh God.
I'm serious. Tim Hardaway is like a step down from Zach LaVine, but for the Mavs, Tim Hardaway knows his role. Zach LaVine would come over here and think he's a goddamn I don't know. He would think he better than Luka. That's his problem. Zach LaVine, this whole time in Chicago, thinks he's still the number one in Chicago when everybody knows it's DeMar DeRozan. That's really the problem. That's why the very second Zach LaVine got up off that team, the Bulls have turned up. It's not even that hard to understand. Zach LaVine is a cancer. And I like him, but not on no team that I like rooting for. He's just not a winning basketball player to me. He's never been. He's a good player, not a winner. He's just a stat filler-upper. He's just going to shoot a million shots, and if he's hot, he's hot. If he's not, they're going to lose.
So what are you trying to say?
I don't like Zach LaVine as a one or maybe not even a two option. You see, yeah, turn up. Kobe White. Look at what Kobe White has turned into the moment Zach LaVine dipped up out of there. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. What team does Zach LaVine go to right now and make them better? I don't know. The Raptors.
I don't want him.
Exactly. Mitch, you want him down there in Miami?
Nope.
Exactly. Wayne, I see you in the comments. You want him down there in Orlando? I guarantee you the answer is no.
How about the Hornets?
Yeah, he can go to the Hornets and with LaMelo. He can go there. But, you know what I mean? He can go to the Hawks.
What would the Hornets trade to get him?
I don't know.
It'd probably take a number 1.
I wouldn't trade that. No, he's not worth it. I don't know.
Trailblazers.
I had to go on a Zach LaVine rant. I didn't even mean to.
Kings versus Blazers. I haven't seen a rant like that since the last time I looked at Odd Shopper's thumbnails. Anyways. Let's set up a whole company to try and whore ourselves out to get people to sign up for sports bugs. That's really a lot of integrity. Sign up for BetMGM. Real good, upstanding people. It's like, raise your hand if you've been thrown out of BetMGM. Eric Pathy's got his both feet up.
LaVine, okay, I'm seeing LaVine to Spurs. That's not bad. Mills said he want him in Sacramento. I don't know. Nah, I don't want him in Sacramento. I like what Sacramento got going on. Keegan Murray better than him to me. Hornets work. I think Hornets work. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm into that's the one. The Hornet. That's the one. Y'all laying it with Sack today on the road? I think it's actually you, Roof.
Was it me? I'm gonna lay it with Sacramento here. I think that if I know I've said before that the Blazers with the talent on their roster, just from a name perspective, could contend for like a 6 to a 10 seed, just blindly if you just look at that team. But it's just not coming together for the Blazers right now. I think the Kings are just the better team, and they get it done on the road, even though they haven't played their best basketball on the road this season like they did last year. So give me the Kings in this one.
Wizards not bad. I can see him going to Portland. That's where Zach LaVine need to go. He need to go to Portland. He need to go replace Dame up there and just be like a high volume shoot guy that go off every now and then. And we're like, oh, look at him balling in Portland.
Whoa. Wow. Jay's really got it in for Zach LaVine today. You know, you'd think he works at Odd Shopper or something.
I'm taking Portland today, man. I'm done with the Kings. I don't know. I can't figure out the Kings. It's really what it is. So I'm done betting Kings games. When I bet the Kings, they lose. When I bet against them, they win. It's really how it's been all year. If you know, you know. I'm a jam session. That's how it's been. So I'm on the Blazers today, so the Kings might blow the doors off of them. But I don't know. The Portland's not a bad team. They're not. Like Ruffolo was saying earlier in the year, when you look at the roster, they got some guys. And they're okay against the number. This is a bundle of points. They're at the crib. They're fairly comfortable at the crib. This is their, 5th home game in their last 6 games. Kings win it. I doubt they blow them out, though. I want the double digits damn near in my back pocket.
I'm taking the Kings. I'm just off the Blazers. Ever since the Zach LaVine trade discussion came up, I just think this franchise is clearly just grasping at straws. You know, I knew that they were in trouble. I never understood the C.J. McCollum trade. I mean, I go all the way back to that one. And that's
right. I didn't understand that either.
I never understood the trade. I still don't. Don't understand it. And I mean, you got nothing for him, and well, he's good on somebody else. I don't get it.
Victor Wembanyama participating in shoot around. All right, he might play tonight.
All right, let's fade the other. Fade him. All right. Last but not least, Jay's favorite team.
And I get to start it off, man. I'm taking the
Clippers go stupid, dummy, crazy in the crib.
I'm taking
At the crypto.
I'm taking the Hornets. Maybe Zach LaVine sees how they balls tonight and says, "Yeah, that's where I want to go." They in LA tonight too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Clippers, here's the thing. The Clippers are definitely head and shoulders a better team. If they come in here and play their best game, they could blow the doors off the Hornets, beat them by 25 plus. We all understand that. We all know that. But that's not what they do. And I still think they're one of the most overvalued teams in the NBA. I still firmly believe if we fade them every single game this season, we're going to hit at a 60% clip. They've been on a tear this last week or so. They've dropped back to back. They win here. They don't cover this double-digit line now. Hornets plus the points for me.
All right. I'm taking the Clippers because that's what I do. Fading Jay's ass on this one. Gonna make him use a new thumbnail. That'll be the new bet that we do. Thumbnail bets. You have to use this for a week. Or this. Chris, that's perverted. It's this or this. Or this. This. It's the combo.
Oh no, not with the arch and the finger.
Oh my god, bro. I miss one day. This is what I come back to.
Yep. This is your punishment. This is the life you chose.
Oh man. How was the show yesterday? Was it good?
It was good.
Boy, that Clippers line's rising, huh? Oh, yesterday's show with Costi, part-time.
Went by quick after Costi left.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, Costi's gone. We can wrap it up.
This is another one. I'm going to take the over here. I think the Clippers scored bunches on the Hornets here, and the Hornets. Well, I think their play style, they like to run track meets, and I think they can put a few up on the Clippers in this one. So give me the over. I don't have an interest in laying 12 or even taking 12 with the Hornets. So give me the over.
All right, we got college football. The Flexter. Sauce hates when I say Flexter. Hates it. Hates when we call him the Flexter. Why do you think it gets him so much?
I have no idea.
He gets so mad.
He's a Flex sympathizer.
Good old Sauce. I ain't talked to him in a couple of days.
Me neither, man. I should wish him a happy holiday. Probably is woofing down his mother's chicken parm as we speak. Sauce gets to his mom's 3 days early just in case anything needs to be tested.
It's like he's lining up for tickets outside. He's like got a tent outside the front door.
Sauce.
What do you think? Where do you think the Sauce Network comes from?
Well, his mother's Sicilian, so I know she can cook. It comes with the territory.
That's what's up. Can I fade Minnesota in spite alone? They got a trophy earlier this season that they did not deserve. So it's only fair that karma comes back around, right? It's only fair.
It is only fair.
It's only fair. I'm taking Bowling Green money line. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Minnesota did not deserve the little pig. They stole the little pig. Iowa scored that touchdown. That was not a fair catch. They didn't deserve to raise the
We went
middle.
through this yesterday with Costi. Fair catch, no fair catch.
Little pig.
Fair catch, no fair catch.
So now Bowling Green is going to beat them in this bowl game.
I'll take Bowling Green on the money line as well. I'm sick of Minnesota. Just done with them. Chris?
I'm going to take the under here. I just don't know where the points are going to come from. Minnesota's top 2 quarterbacks in the transfer portal. Doesn't look like they're going to play. This was a Minnesota team that really struggled to score down the stretch at the best of times with their best quarterbacks. And I think they could have trouble here against Bowling Green, but I think Bowling Green, you're still looking at a Bowling Green team going up against a Big Ten defense. So I think this one's going to be low scoring. I like the under.
Got Rice up against Texas State. Everyone knows I have a strict no Rice policy. I don't take them under any circumstances. I'm on Texas State in this one. I haven't won a Rice game in forever.
I'm taking the over here. I think both teams are going to be pumped up to be playing in Texas. This is going to be a fantastic game. I think it's going to be a track meet. And I think so. Yeah, track meet just because of lack of defense. I mean, Texas State. I'm trying to remember what they did in their season.
It's cold out here. It's cold out here, man. It's cold out
here. Yeah, but I mean, even with weather, playing at home and stuff like this, and the bowl game kind of has a funny way of making that go away. I mean, look at what Texas State did. They gave up 44 to South Alabama in the finale. They gave up 77 to Arkansas State. So I think Rice can put up some points here, but I think Texas State's offense can hold its own as well. So over for me in this one.
You'll poke your eye out. Got.
I like Texas State now in the lean there. I'm not overly in love with that game. It is right up the street, literally right up the street. I could go. I ain't going though. It's cold. I wonder what the get-in price is for this game. Which I think it is. I'm
$10, $5.
We can go to the next game. I'm gonna tell you in a second.
I'm taking Texas State. I never take Rice.
Oh my God, that's shorts weather for me right now.
It's a different cold though, Roof. I'm telling you, like it's a different cold. It's a sharp cold out here. When it's cold out here, it's cold. Like that shit get to you.
That's fine. We're gonna get you to come up here in February.
Sure.
I'm gonna need help shoveling my driveway.
Yeah, I'm gonna come. Don't invite me. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna pop up on you. I gotta go get my passport renewed, but I'll be there.
Find time to go to the Raptors Mavs game.
For sure. The get-in price to the First Responders Bowl is $100.
Oof.
That's a lot.
Yeah. All right. When did the Raptors Mavs play? February 28th. Okay.
Oh, you got enough time. You gotta I gotta set that appointment.
Cheapest tickets in the house, $63.
How much a beer? $23?
Yeah, about a third of the cost of the ticket.
For sure. I gotta go check my mail today for my cookies.
Maybe might have got there.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas against UNLV. Kansas probably has a good amount of people in the portal, is my guess.
Yep, that's my concern here too. Ruffolo is my honorary portal. Who's in the portal? Who's out?
Their Kansas offensive line is torn apart. One left tackle's opted out. Right tackle, one of the guards has been dealing with injuries, so there's that. But UNLV, the confusion for UNLV was that they had a quarterback that had a similar name from BYU. Everybody thought it was the UNLV quarterback that hit the transfer portal, but it was actually the BYU quarterback. So UNLV's quarterback is playing here. He's already re-upped. He's coming back next year. So only portal news for UNLV is they have a safety that's in there, and I think a backup running back. And one of their starting safeties didn't play in the conference championship because of injury. than that, it's pretty much clean for UNLV.
Where's this game at? Arizona. Give me UNLV. Weren't they like the best ATS team in college football like all year?
I think so. One of them, if not the best.
Yeah. They were undefeated for I feel like most of the season against the number. They gonna give them to me as a double-digit dog one more time?
Fourth best, third best FBS team against the spread.
There you go. See? Off the dome. Give me UNLV. Let's cover, baby. Good teams win, great teams cover. And they played in the Raiders' home field too. Yeah, it just makes sense. Just cover, baby Mitch, or no?
I'm taking UNLV, the cover Kings.
Yes, sir.
Why not? I find Kansas disappointing.
We'll sweep it. Take UNLV as well.
Basketball season. We ain't heard that one in a minute.
It is basketball season. Hunter Dickinson got what, $4 million? They said.
Crazy.
$4 million.
What were you saying, Roof?
But what?
To UNLV.
Oh no. I'm still trying to wake up a little bit. The Chinese food kicked my ass yesterday.
Yesterday kicked my ass too.
I think I got more sleep last night than I had all week. One night.
That's good. It's that time. Parlay.
All right. My parlay, I'll go
No.
Nets. Nets, Kings, UNLV.
No.
Grizzlies,
Are we like the parlays getting busted up?
Hornets, UNLV.
Taking the Pelicans, Thunder, and the Clippers. Thanks everyone for joining us, making a winning day. Sure to send in your recommendations for our new YouTube thumbnails.
Directly to Mitch at Pig Dogs.
Post them on your Twitter.
Please, no examples.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. I always say that, but then you end up with a show like today. Not even sure where that shit came from. It's a deep-rooted hatred.